Good afternoon. Live from Casey's Cause Studio. I guess I could turn my camera on for a minute. Hello, Samantha. By potluck, I came home today to finish up on my taxes, and I just get done with that, and all of a sudden, we've got storms. So let me get myself out of the way. And we have storms to our north and to our west. They are rolling, I don't want to use that. They're going northeast, but some of these could impact us. Some of these popping up down here in the southwest of us. It's humid, it's hot out. It's almost summery out there today. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got a watch or a warning or something in the next hour or so. As you can see, these supercells are popping up pretty quick. One right now just west of Sullivan or at Sullivan. Let's go to Nashville. Yeah, right down here by Sullivan now. But I wanted to come on here since I was in town. I was like, you know what? I'm here. I might as well jump on here and talk a little weather. It's not supposed to last long. This line right here goes through, and I think I'm not going to say go to bed because it's way too early. Hello, Mr. Fields. Hello, Samantha. But I don't think it's going to be a long event. But there is a severe thunderstorm warning right along 36 east of Rockville, Waveland, Roosevelt, Portland Mills, Bainbridge. It's coming towards you next. Hello, Wanda. That's where the worst of the storms are as of right now, but these are popping up quick and could be storm warned any minute. Some of these down here just getting rolling. This one right here, right along I-70, north of Salient City, north of Bowling Green, heading towards Poland. What's up, JC? How you doing, sir? Hello, Misty. But I was in town and I was like, you know what? I might as well run in there and go live. And if this stuff materializes, at least I'll be here. I got a fair board meeting to go to at 7, but storms first. Duty calls. If this runs till 7, I will just have to miss it. And I apologize, but let's take a look at this pic here. Yeah, these are rolling towards us. Pretty good storms south side of 70 here, heading towards Mooresville and Monrovia. I know, Seth, I told you, there's only one way I'd miss the meeting tonight. And it was for this. You got one closing in on you. Let me go back to national radar. You got one closing in on you, mister. Right along 70, it's rolling right towards your homestead. So getting close. It might shoot north of you, but there's other storms to the south and west of it. They just issued this one for Lebanon, Jamestown, Zionsville, severe thunderstorm warning. Advance, New Brunswick. That's a pretty good cell right there. These supercells are the scariest because these are the ones that can produce dangerous tornadoes right off the bat. They pop up, they form, boom, bring it on. Bring it in. Bring it somewhere. I gotta kill my camera for that, Seth, sorry. It's windy enough out there right now. It feels like thunderstorm weather. Humid, windy, the leaves are turning over. Yeah, you got a lot of mess to your south and west heading towards you. Cloverdale, Poland, you'll be the first ones to get it on this side of 70. Other storms forming down here along the state line. Back towards Sullivan. Like I said, I have no idea if these down south are going to materialize to anything. I know, Teresa, I hear you. but I was in town and I was on my way home and I was like, you know what, let me run in there. Another severe thunderstorm warning north of Lafayette in the Logansport, Royal Center area. Pretty good storm up there. And this little bow just popped up in the last couple hours. Whole sponsors, Tanya. I'll message you when I get out. Thank you, dear. But all these are popping up real quick to our south, to our west. We want to make sure these don't go severe. And I was in town and I was like, you know what, I might as well come in here. So here we are. Thank you, Tanya. Pretty quick movers. And these are the dangerous ones. These are the ones that, these individualized ones that can pop up, get a tornado going real quick. Hang on, I'm getting. I mean, it's looked like it could pour all day long, honestly. I gotta check my radar. I'm getting all sorts of messages here. Severe thunderstorm watch. We're under it now. Northern and central Indiana, western Ohio. This does include Monroe County, Morgan County, Marion County, Owen County, Putnam County. I think it just runs down to Monroe. Yeah, Monroe County is the farthest one that goes south. Brown County is included in there also. I want to verify that. Yes, Brown is included in that. So, we are under severe thunderstorm watch. Meaning conditions are favorable. Hello, Trinity. For severe weather. Thus, this is what we got going on. All right, this one's moving a little further east. You're welcome, James. It was just kind of an oddity. I was in town early tonight. I had to go do taxes stuff. And I was like, I got a meeting at 7, fair board meeting I needed to go to. And I was on my way home. I was going to go change and kind of chill for a little bit. And I was like, I better check the radar. And I got a message. And then I looked at my radar and I was like, okay, I know where I'm going. So here we are. Here we are once again. So, severe thunderstorm warnings to north central part of the state. There is a severe thunderstorm watch box, and it pretty much covers this way going north, Bloomington and Brown County, and everything in this area right here. Everything out in front of these storms, basically. So, here we are. This one's approaching 231, coming up on Quincy, Cataract, Kunot, all that fun area right there. This could impact us if it's going. I don't think, and I don't have that ability, I don't think it's going due east, although it acted like it last trip around. We'll have to just keep an eye on it. I swear people come in here at all hours of the night wanting the donut. James, I don't know. No Bible for Dummies tonight. We had already canceled it because I got to go to the Fair Board meeting. Hello, Mr. Ellis. More so to the north, Teresa, but now that they put us in the watch box, anything's possible. Let me read that. Hello, Pagan. Thank you, dear. Let me read that watch box and see what all it says. Multiple supercells should continue to pose a threat. Large hail and damaging winds. There you go. A tornado or two cannot be ruled out. That is not what we like to hear. So, I'll be here to keep an eye on it. Not that I can prevent it or stop it, but I can warn you, hey, we're about ready to get hammered. Let's take a look at this national radar one here. Refresh this. You can see this line right here. This is the area of concern out in front of this, and these individual ones down here. These are the dangerous ones. These are the ones that can produce a tornado. These supercells off by themselves. We know likey. Pretty good storm right now, hitting Cataract area, right on top of the lake. As a matter of fact, that's a lot of hail, I would assume. Hello, Christine. Hello, Mike. These are all going to be pretty much north of Bloomington. This is the only one, even if it goes due east, I think it would just scrape by. We're going to keep our eye on this. It feels so awkward to be live right now. Normally I'm driving. I had to come home early tonight. Taxes. Ran in there, took up, and hats off to H&R Block. I'm always the last minute guy on taxes. And a good old Mr. Collier got me taken care of. I went in and signed and got her done. So appreciate his hard work. And now we got storms. Now we got storms for your viewing pleasure. This one right here along 231, going to hit Quincy, Harrison, and if it's moving due east, it could clip the northern part of Martinsville, go between Martinsville and Mooresville, Bethany, and Brooklyn. It is not storm warned yet. The only warning we have right now is this big old couple of clusters, northern part way up north of Kokomo. Oh, I did not mean to do that. And then I did not mean to do that. I'm really messing up. Let me get back to where I need to get back to. And then this one right here, north side of Indy. Trinity, I despise doing taxes. That is a, I scared Joey. There's no reason to be scared. Put a hard hat on, at least they'll know where to dig. I always put it off at the last minute. Hello, Amanda. I shouldn't, but I do. We're going to keep our eye on this one and also this other supercell down here near Sullivan. Pretty nasty looking. Let's see what we got. I have until about 20 till 7, then I gotta go. Hey, Swoop is gonna hit us. Bells, it's coming right for you. It is coming right for you. Hard to tell right now. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not a weather guy. I am strictly Timu weather. I just point out the obvious. Hey, it's storming right in this area right here. And it's moving this away. And we're over this away. So it could hit us in this area. That's the only severe thunderstorm warning close. That is up in the Kokomo area, or Kokomo, not Kokomo area, Lebanon area. Lots of hail associated with this. That's a doozy. This storm right here heading towards Quincy and Harrison. And if you follow it direct, it's going to go clip north part of Martinsville, hitting Kunot right now. Let's update. Yeah, it's looking dark to the west, north and west, that is for sure. Swoop Coriolis. Brad's got all sorts of names for me now. Let me look at my other radar on my phone. Hang on 1 second, y'all. All right. Old Bob McLean. He kept us going, though. He kept us on our toes, didn't he? No severe warnings yet for us or in our immediate area. If we get anything to come of it, it's going to be this nasty one right here. You guys are out here in Green Township, aren't you? Out in this general direction. Yeah, if you're looking back that way, yeah, you can see I can see where it's going to be dark that way. It's dark to the west here as I look off to the left. This one concerns me. This was nastier. Let me go to this Fort Branch one. Radar. See if it shows a little different. It's always it's like halfway between Indian. That one you don't get as good as an image there. We'll stick to this one. Storm going over 231 now into Cloverdale, heading towards Eminence, Quincy, Harrison. If you're on the west side of the county and any damage or anything you want to report, please let me know. West side of the state, I should say. It has not moved into Morgan County yet. It's getting close. Right there along the line. This is like summertime stuff. This shouldn't be going on this. Well, spring storms. Spring storms. Not my favorite. Let's go to this other radar. Just have a look-see and see how vivid this one looks. Wind's picking up here quite a bit. Yeah, this one's lost some pop, and this one here looks like it's gotten stronger. Heading towards Morgan County, a lot of hail associated with it right there in that little area just south of Cloverdale. Heading towards Eminence and places out in that area. I don't like how it's showing the little communities. I don't know why it doesn't on this map. Terre Haute, you're getting another one right now. I don't know if that's anywhere near the level that went through there earlier. That's your severe thunderstorm warning one right there in Lebanon. That is all heavy-duty hail pockets. Let's go back to the national radar one. All right, you live along 142, 39, 42 area, 144. This will be heading your direction in the next half an hour. Hello, Lisa. Potluck, though. I had to go do taxes tonight, this afternoon. Left work early, took care of that. I was on my way home. I got a meeting I got to be at 7. And got a text, and I was like, uh-oh, let me go check the radar. And next thing you know, here I am, sitting in front of the computer. Hello, Jennifer. Sitting in front of the computer, talking about storms, This one is going to hit us somewhat. We're going to get some of this. Maybe not the worst of it. Looks like it's going to go between Martinsville and Mooresville if it stays that path. But that's the worst storm closest to us right now by far. We are under severe thunderstorm watch throughout the evening. Almost like a squall line now. Hello, Tish. If these start losing their punch, then I'm not too concerned, but it is really humid out. I wonder what the humidity is in Martinsville right now. Let's just find out. We're going to go right to my phone. It's 55% humidity. So that's not horrible. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Tommy Walls. Hello, Brittany. All right. Not horrible, but there's the worst storm closest to us right there. These things have been popping up in the last hour or so. Still a severe thunderstorm warning for up around Lebanon. This is producing a lot of hail, as you can see in that area right there. Don't ever drive through anything like that. That is completely dangerous. And there's severe thunderstorm warnings associated with this. The further north you go, Kokomo and on up. Pretty strong storms in the northern part of the state. The whole central and northern third of the state is under severe thunderstorm watch. That just popped up a little while ago. So I was in the neighborhood and I was like, you know what, let's just go live. Eminence, you're just catching it now. Looks like the main bulk of it will hit Eminence of this storm. This one down here heading towards Clay City. Got to keep your eye on that one. These loners are the ones that scare me. Those are the ones that could cause more damage, it seems like. But we're following this big old mess right here. Eminence, you're up. Wilbert's coming towards you. Seth, if you're still on. Hello, Allie. Seth, it's knocking on your door. It's heading towards you. Mooresville will be impacting you before too long. Bethany, Brooklyn area, you will probably get the most of this if it stays the course that it currently is. I would assume right in this area. Not my favorite thing to do on a Tuesday night. We just can't have regular storms anymore. It got quiet. It got windy and quiet. Kind of freaky. Like all the traffic went away for a minute. And this time of night on Morgan Street, you don't expect that. All right. This thing's expanding out a little bit. Quincy, Harrison, Paragon, you're going to catch some of this. Martinsville is heading towards us. Say in the next half an hour or so. Where are you at, Penny? Just rough guess. Rough. You don't have to give address, just location-wise. Eminence, it's just right on top of you right now. Maybe that's where she's at. Eminence. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Penny. Stay safe out there, dear. Remember, this image right here, it's a little late. It's probably pushed out to here or so, closer to Herbermont. Cue the Twilight Zone music. But it is heading right towards the heart of Morgan County, across the county line right now, and heading towards Martinsville. Let's look at this other radar. At least these are moving. I can't stand the ones where they sit there for like hours, just barely crawling. You're like, is my radar broke? What is the deal? Big old glob of storms across central Indiana getting ready to impact Metro Indy. Heavy hail, it appears to be just south and north of Lebanon. There is some hail associated with this one going through Eminence right now. Penny, if you get any hail, let me know. I'll be curious. That's with the pink normally, and the worst of it would be just north of Eminence right there, which is probably about right here right now. Let me know what you think of that, if you get anything like that out there. Still got to watch these individual storms to our south and west as they pop up. Those are the ones that scare me the most. This thing's dying off up here, and it looks like it's getting stronger now on the south side of it. The Quincy Harrison area, just due east of Cataract. Heading towards Martinsville and Paragon. If you're south of Martinsville, as of right now, there's not a lot going on. Spencer, you might get a little rain. Depends on this one back here. Hello, Stephanie. This one here getting ready to hit Clay City. Some rain down near Worthington. I'll be curious what transpires down through there. Hopefully this will be a no big deal one as it comes through. Maybe some thunder. I can turn on, I'll be able to, well, it's daylight with these windows open right now, which I do not like. I want my blinds. I want my blinds back. Still severe thunderstorm warning for the Lebanon area. In and around 52, 39, 421. Zionsville, Lebanon, heading towards Carmel. And from everything I know, that's a big old pocket of hail. Doesn't mean it's reaching the ground, but all right, Martinsville's getting close to us now. Hello. Hi, heading to boys' home volleyball game. Hope to stay dry. Well, it's going to rain on us in the next half an hour or so. It's knocking on our door. It may be even sprinkling out there now on the west side of town. Amy, you're heading towards ball fields. Might as well turn around and come home, dear. Hello, Jess. This is primarily north of Bloomington, even though Bloomington and Brown are included in the severe thunderstorm watch, and it runs through the central and north and on up. And it's following this line of storms. But don't count out this one down here. This one here coming closer to us is the one that seems to be gaining strength, which we don't like to hear. The one that was originally stronger is kind of dying off up here. Oh, getting closer to Seth and Monrovia and Gasburg and Bunker Hill and Briarwood. Herbermont, you should be getting it right now. Wilbur, you should be getting rain. It's too early to tell you guys you're good, go to bed, because it's only 5:30. It's such a weird time. These storms need to cooperate with our work schedule. But I'd rather it be now than at midnight. Wind still howling out there. Harrison, you're in a pretty good storm right now. These are heading east more so than north. So Martinsville, Paragon, you are going to get collected up in this. Clay City, you're getting that one down there right now. Jennifer just heard thunder knocking on her door. Let me check my other. Caitlin, I would say, they start at 6. It's probably going to be raining right when first pitch happens, and lightning and thundering, so I would say maybe an hour late. Just got a message it is thundering in Paragon. I'd say I wouldn't expect him to start on time. I don't know if that's rain or what. My car needs a bath. This storm here just kind of fizzled, but it looks like this one down here, it's gathered up most of its energy. You're heading directly towards us now. Mooresville, you could be getting some thunder and rain about right now. Monrovia, you should be right in the middle of it. Briarwood, Bunker Hill, closing in on you. Wilbur. Paragon, same way as we move our way further down the line. Gosport, you might be getting a little bit of this too. Spencer, you might be in good shape for a while. It's not raining here at studio yet. Yeah, it's right. It's in the county. Let me take a peek, see at this one. It was just one of them days you could tell the humidity, the wind, it was going to blow up something eventually. Yeah, that's still a hell producer up here in Lebanon, and working our way down. This one here's maybe a little bit of hell. Out there in the sticks. Yeah. I hear you, Penny. Did you get any hell? Did you see any hell out your way? This is all heading east now. Monrovia, you should be getting rain. Mooresville, you're getting close. Closing in on Martinsville as we speak. Jennifer's over by West, okay. Yeah, this is the worst storm of the bunch right here in central Indiana, and it's heading right for us, of course. Moving east, maybe a little to the north, not much. No warnings in our area. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch. There is only warning in our area. There's several up north, and that is a hell producer big time up there near Lebanon, on the northwest side corner of Marion County, closer to home. This is what we're looking at. These storms are staying primarily north of Bloomington. southern half of the state, believe it or not, you're kind of being left out maybe for this event, which has been a shock because normally everything's been south. And right now it's just central and north. Hello, Greg and Cheryl. Paragon should be knocking on your door about right now. I hear the police are nameless. Sun's out shining now, yeah. There's still more storms to your west. I don't know how severe or how violent they're going to get. It might just be a little bit of rain too. This sounds like a fire truck. Probably rain on the north side, north and west side of Martinsville right now. Well, I heard a fire truck. They must have turned. Or somewhere to just out of my view. Pretty good storm off to our west, heading right for us. Paragon should be north of you. It's probably very dark north of Paragon right now. Hello, darling. Let's see, the ball fields are about right here. There's North Park. There's Rose. There's Douglas. Yeah, so ball diamonds right here. Heading right for us. I'd be shocked if they start at 6 o'clock on the dot. Not saying they can't. I've seen these storms come barreling towards us and all of a sudden disappear before they cross 67. This one's getting close though. And that's the thing about it. That's the only real dangerous looking storm anywhere close to us right now. We are under severe thunderstorm watch. Means conditions are favorable for these things to go severe. That's why I'm live. When I first came on, there was a severe thunderstorm warning for this right off of Cloverdale area. Actually, it was a little further back over in here. That has since moved on, and now you got one up here between Lebanon and Zionsville, heading towards Carmel and Fishers. Almost look like it's moving due east. This one needs to hurry up and get out of the way. There's ball games to be played. But I mean, that could dump a lot of rain too. Hello, Renee. Yeah, see, here's that one storm now. It's starting to expand also. This one concerns me. Hello, Heather. How are you, dear? Hopefully this one will start dying out some as it gets closer to us. Massive storm north side of Indy, northwest side of Indy. Lots of hail associated with that one up by Lebanon. What's it doing in Avon? Anything? I must have left in a good time. Hey, if you haven't done it, tax day is tomorrow. That's what I'm home early for tonight. I went and did my taxes. You know, it's nothing like waiting until the last minute. That's how I'm able to be in here at this time of day. Here comes the rain. Must be raining. A little bit of rain on the south side for sure. Paragon, it's probably raining there, but you're going to miss the brunt of most of this. Martinsville, you're going to catch the bottom edge. Probably just enough to push the games back an hour or two. But for the games, my concern is rain and flooding because, so to speak, flooding the fields out because that's a lot of rain. I don't know how dry the fields are. Sprinkles at Walmart. Thank you, Stephanie. Peggy, that's very nice of you, dear. I'm not a weather guy, though. I just play one on TV. Between Wooden and Kroger. All right. So you're down in this area. And it is raining. And it is showing rain on the radar. I try to help. I think I should have went to school and became a meteorologist. It would have been fascinating. But then I'd have been too technical, and it wouldn't be as fun doing teamy weather. Close enough, exactly. No warnings for our area right now. We are under severe thunderstorm watch till later on this evening, and it is for this line of storms moving across the state. And as you can see, they're more severe the further north you go. The two concerns right now are this one and this other one back here, between Bowling Green and Vidalia. I'm not for sure. Hello, Emily. All right, the worst is closing in on us. I think I just heard thunder. If that's the case, I'm sure they've cleared the fields and all the little ones are getting out of the way. If you're over there and you heard thunder, hopefully that's what they're doing. Probably raining pretty good at Brown's Crossing, north of Paragon. Out there, Graveyard Road and everything else. Wilbur, you're getting a pretty good storm right now. It is along 67. Mooresville, you're getting what's left of that one that was pretty strong earlier. The winds died down, believe it or not. Hello, Chris. Yeah, there's thunder. Still lots of traffic out there as it's rush hour, so to speak, in Martinsville. If we can have a rush hour. Big old nasty storm. I worry about that area there, though. Blaze, are you on? I've not seen you. Hello, Jamie. I don't like when they start hooking like this. How you doing, Jamie? Looks like there's hail associated with this storm. It's getting ready to roll through here. And it looks like it's gonna go north of the main part's gonna go just north of the city. As I hear the thunder rolling in the background. Cue Garth Brooks. Just crossing 67, parts of it are now. I'm keeping an eye on this one back here. Now we sit and wait. Now we sit and wait. I got about an hour and then I have to go. So these need to hurry up. See what this one's looking like. Still just pounding away up here in northern part of Marion County, Lebanon, Fishers, Carmel. I don't think Blaze was on. I'd ask him a technical question. We are not under a warning or anything right now, but this is the worst of the storms in our area. And it just seems to grow and expand as we move along. Wilbur, you should be getting about right now anywhere along 67. It's probably storming there as well. Probably raining at the ballparks now. She's wanting a thunder line in, isn't she? All right, we have a little break-off piece now. South of Bethany, hitting Clay, Centerton area, Robb Hill area. How we doing, folks? Springtime in central Indiana. If you're just tuning in, we have some decent storms in the area. We are under severe thunderstorm watch. Most of your warnings are north as we go along the line. No tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings up and down the center part of the state, I should say. And then you got these two. This guy here's been chugging along, getting stronger, and this one here is trying to decide whether it's going to hit us or not. And it looks like it's going to slide just north of us and go between Martinsville and Mooresville and get Centerton and Brooklyn. The worst part of it is it's not exactly here on Ballinger, but I would say it's right on 39 now. 67, 39 area. Just up there by the north split. I'm in Ohio on 69, sunny and thundering. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, Pagan. It can't be sunny and thundering. It's doing the same thing here. Thundering to the west a little, and sunshine to the east a little. I don't even think it's sprinkled here yet. My car's like right out front. So Jamie, you're out here at the north split, near the north split. I would assume it's right on top of you if that's the case. But again, I mean, it's almost like they die they hit 67 and they just lose their pop. This one popped up past 67, so this one doesn't count. Oh, you're at Shelton and Wilbur? I know right where you're at. Yeah, literally. There's Pumpkin. Wilbur Road. Yeah, you're right in here. Yeah, there you go. Might be just south of you. The worst. But one thing, the wind did stop blowing here because it was having a good old time there for a while. Looks like some hail along Wilbur Lane, Orchard Hills, heading towards 67, High Rock Drive. The worst of this is sliding. The hail just started. Okay, so that's confirmed that it does have hail. I'm surprised they didn't. Now the wind's picking back up. Didn't severe warn this with the hail. And I'm seeing rain on my windshield. Okay. Now let's hit this side of town. Thank you for the confirmation of the hail. It at least lets me know I actually know a little bit of what I'm talking about. Not completely, but a little bit. Let's look and see what the hail looks like on this one. This radar is a little more exaggerated. Skies falling type radar. Everything looks, the colors are vivid and everything looks like it's the end of the world. Look at that hail up there, Kokomo. Woo! Those purples and whites and dark purples, that's to me, that's always signifies hail. Yeah, there's your hail spot. And I actually think it's right on Wilbur and Shelton now. Yeah. Probably right on top of you. Literally right on top of you right now. So it slid to the north a little. Pea-size hail in the Wilbur area, Wilbur and Shelton Road. Getting ready to hit out on 67. This is between Martinsville and Brooklyn. Rain just started here on the east side. No hail here. Yeah, that hail, that's a pretty good swath of hail right there. Rocky Road, Orchard Hills, and it's moving kind of to the northeast. Still keeping an eye on this one. This got some hail with it too. This is moving more northeast. Kind of doing its own thing out here. Those are the ones you got to watch. Those be the tricky ones. Hello, Danny. No watches or no warnings, I should say, for the Morgan County area or associated area. We are under severe thunderstorm watch until late in the evening. I think it's at 10:30. Conditions are favorable for severe weather. They did kill this one finally. These are still running up here. Pea-size hail associated with this storm right here. Let's look and see where it's at on this radar now. This one's doing a good job of keeping up tonight. I'm impressed. It fools you every now and then. Most of the time it seems like it's lagging behind tonight. I think it's trying its best to keep up. As we zoom into God's country. Yeah, it's not as far. It's not as kept. Not moved like I was hoping it would have. A little hail up by Brooklyn. If anybody up near Brooklyn, if it's hailing up that way, south side of, let me know. This needs to update. I'd like to see where that hail core is at. It's going to North Split, I would assume. Big old thunder boomer there. As this entire storm slides north of Martinsville. Yeah, they're right at the North Split. There's your hail pocket and associated areas. Right along 39, if you're going north off 39 from 67, might give it a few minutes. You don't want to drive through hail bouncing off your window. If you're coming home down 639, might hang out in Monrovia for about a half an hour. Let this blow through. If you're coming down 67 from Indy, I'd hang out in Mooresville for about half an hour. 69, you're just going to have to risk it or wait it out. Bargersville's probably in decent shape, but you still have some hail moving through eventually. Hello Megan, hello Rhonda, hello Danny. Not severe warned though. That's okay. That thing totally slid to the north of us. At like the last minute. It is raining in town here finally now. It is raining here at the studio. Not a ton. Not enough where I pay some kid to come over and wash my car, but it is raining. As this slides to the north, Brooklyn, Bethany area, you have one storm on top of you now. You've got others, or you just had one on top of you now. You got this closing in on you, and this hail core is sliding towards Centerton. As soon as this crosses 69, I will probably call it quits. Just got to keep your eye on this one here. Are they still having T-ball game at the Ball Diamonds? That, I don't know, Mike. I would say they probably, the rule is for every, if you flash a lightning, you got to wait 30 minutes. And if you see another flash, then you got to add another 30 minutes. I've sat over there for 6 hours before. Not a fun night. I have not got a report. Anybody at the Ball Diamonds can text someone or call someone and let us know. I guess I could text. Give me a minute. I've just texted one of the board members. I should have some of these. I can't believe I don't have numbers. Give me just a second. And I will find this out. Hadn't heard anything from the coach. I'm getting nothing from anyone I'm texting, so I'm gonna go back to my live feed. Yeah, I think once it moves through, this is where I typically would say, you're very welcome. Sorry I wasn't a lot of information. Bethany and Brooklyn heading towards you. This is where I would say you can go to bed, but we do have another storm, a pretty decent one, to our west, north of Gosport, west of Paragon, about to enter our county. I think it's going to take, don't quote me, I'm not a weatherman, the same track as the one ahead of it here, right along this line. It's been teetering to the north since it popped up. After this one goes through, we should be in really good shape as long as nothing else develops out to the west. You see a little bit of echo out there. Let's double check. Yeah, not a whole lot going on anywhere close to us. That's going to stay to the north. Let's check St. Louis. Nothing there. Let's check Fort Branch. Nothing really there. Closer to home. Just these two. This one here is closing in on us as the wind picks up again. And I see blue sky off to the side, off to the north and west. We should be right in this area here. Hail in Centerton. I warned you. That's this bunch right in here. Out there in Otisville, Otis Pugh. Thank you, Morgan. Odie lives way over here. Pretty good storm. Shocked it wasn't severe warm with as long as this hail core has stayed together. It was pea size out off Shelton and 39. Thanks to Jamie, she gave us that heads up. This next storm has a little bit of hail with it as well. Not near as violent as the one that just went through. Hang on, I'm getting a call. Hey, I'm on the air. What's up? I'll call you back here in about 15, 20 minutes, okay? Yep. Bye. All right. That was family. That's the only reason I answered it. All right, Paragon, you've got one to your west. The last one of these little, hello Trinity, storms to come through, and then we can say you can go to bed, but it's still only going to be like 6:20. I don't know about going to bed at 6:20 at night. This one's kind of fizzling out as it approaches 69. Bethany, Brooklyn, heading towards Banta. Might be catching some out there in Green Township. Can't see any hail out that way, but maybe some heavy rain, some lightning. Did not hear from anybody at the Ball Diamonds. I'm assuming they're in their 30-minute delay. Might let them know they've got one more little sail to the west, depending on which way this path it takes. It could slide north of us. It could come right at us. I'm thinking it's going to go the same path as this one, and this one's probably taking some of its steam. It's going to do this over the next couple of days, folks, so get used to it. Get used to it. Was it April showers bring May flowers? Why couldn't it bring like April showers brings you an extra $1,000 or something? Whoever put that together was not thinking clearly at all. All right, here's your hell core or roundabout area. Centerton Road, Bottom Road. Centerton still shows hell over Centerton area. Bethany got some up around your way. Hello, Julie. All right, we're just keeping an eye on this storm right now west of Paragon. This would be it for a while, a good while. Nothing else has materialized out of this stuff back here in the back as of yet. This one popped up like right here and has made its way across the state. So from down around Sullivan. As soon as this one clears our area, I'm going to call it and head off to do what I need to do. If anything else would pop back up as the night goes on, of course, I'll come back in here and go live. But I think we're going to be all right tonight. I think we're going to make it by the skin of our teeth. If you do have any damage, get a hold of EMA. Hello, Keaton. A little bit of hell, Centerton, Brooklyn area. And this is the last of the storm in our area. Heavier storms way up north. This whole area is under severe thunderstorm watch. I'd be curious if they don't cancel most of that as we move into the evening hours. They are kind of, sort of, as this line goes through. As I'm looking out west, just seeing if anything else is remotely close. There is a line, another line trying to form. Hello, Pam. Hello, Megan. This stuff out here is trying to get its act together, but I don't know. I can't see it. How you doing, Pam? Let's see what happens this rotation. All right, this one's starting to die off. I wonder if that would happen. Still some pretty good hail right here east of Centerton in the Henderson Ford Road area, heading towards 69 at the exchange up there. That's a pretty good pocket of hail. Some hail up by Brooklyn. If you're getting ready to get on 69 and heading north or coming south, might give it a little bit and let that come through unless you enjoy driving through pockets of hell. It's not on my things to do list for the week. Not a fan of. I've done it. I don't like beating your car to death with hell. I'm good. Just getting older, ornerier, and meaner by the day. New Whiteland, Greenwood, this is heading towards you. Hello, Linda. Should be in your area in about 20 to 30 minutes. And this one here is skating around Paragon. Where's my Paragon people at? Is it thunder or lightning with this one? This could be the one that determines the games, because if they're playing, they're probably just getting ready to start or still in their delay. I need a window on the west side I can look out and go, oh, it's dark over there. Or like a selfie mirror I could stick out and look. Oh. This might catch us. This might catch the west side of town. We'll know here directly. It'll probably go right over the ball diamonds, though. Doesn't feel like a Tuesday. Feels like a Friday. And I need a nap. I should just go from here to the gas station and get me a big old thing of coffee. Tax day, if you haven't done your taxes, better get over there. Better get them turned in. I went and did that this afternoon. Not my favorite thing to do. Hello, Judy. Tomorrow's the deadline. What's up, Kagan? Tell people to avoid Home Avenue for the next 15 minutes. Tree across the road by the high school. That's what the fire truck was for. Thank you, Kagan. Avoid Home Avenue. Down by the high school, tree across the road. That's what all of the emergency vehicles were going towards. I thought we had a pretty good wind gust there for a moment. Evidently we did. Tree falling home was insane. I'm glad no one was injured. You know what? I'm going to address this now. There's not that many on, but there will be as the night goes on. The reason why we don't like porch time, allowing photos of vehicles and calling out what type of vehicle it is. I won't say the other one's name, but my brother used to go with the individual that had to go relay that information to families. And it was bad enough doing what they did when they would get there if they found out already on a social media page. They're already hysterical. There's no one there to comfort them. There's no one there to tell them what all is going on and what's going to happen from here on out. And that's just brutal. It had happened from our page. City workers, thank you, Kagan. Appreciate that. I'm sure they'll get right on it. It had happened on the community page prior to putting that rule, enforcing that rule, before we started screening every. What's up, Jeremy? All's well here, sir. I hope all's well with you as well. It had happened on our page before we implemented screening every post. I'll tell you another thing that happened. And this is the reason why we screen every post. We had an individual post shots fired at the high school. Right on the page, post that. Without looking into it, without saying a word, that's what they posted. I was at work and I just happened to pop on there for a minute. I instantly deleted it, but hundreds, if not thousands, had already saw it. And I was already getting texts from my brother and other people saying, whoever that is. Yeah, Victoria, that's brutal. I'm very sorry. Could you imagine 3,500 sets of parents driving to the high school thinking something like that is going on? Even if it was going on, you don't want 3,500 parents driving to the high school when they're trying to remedy the situation. What it was someone was putting a roof on over there on Home Avenue. And someone said that to her, and they posted it. Since then, we've had rules. No showing of cars in an accident, no description of vehicles, and we screen all posts. God is good. Thank you, sir. All is well. Got the lawn mowed just in time. There you go. Just in time for it to get watered and grow some more. Rain's actually stopped here on the east side. So that's what happened. And that's why we will continue, to do it the way we do it. And this is going to clip us, this one little brief shower and storm rolling through right now. Pretty good hail course still as it's exiting the county off New Harmony, off Banner Road. Paradise Lake, you're getting it pretty good right now. Heading east-northeast. Barbersville, you will be eventually getting this. So I know it's upsetting to some folks, the reason why we do it, but so many people send us thank yous for doing it that way. And honestly, I don't care. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to ever change that. What's up, Eric? To me, it's disrespectful. I know some people want to know right now. Well, then message your kids or call your friends or something. Go to another social media site. We're not going to do that. We're not ever going to do that. And for some reason, if a post or a comment gets through as quick as it did, as we can find it, we will delete it. It's just the way it is. Back to the weather. We have one little storm still over the top of us. Nothing big. Of course you're working. I could have told you that when I logged on here, and there were severe thunderstorm warnings everywhere. Oh, they did reissue the warning for this one on the northeast side now of Indianapolis. In the Pendleton, Fortville, Emporia, heading towards Sulphur Springs area. Hail related, I'm sure. Don't be surprised if they storm warn this one at some point in time, heading towards New Whiteland. This has a pretty good pocket of hail in it right here. This has been hailing since Shelton Road, Centerton, as the rain picks back up now. Just left Kroger's where the storm is headed. Yep, we're going to catch this little one now. This is probably going to bring more rain for us here than the other one did. Big raindrops. I don't see any hail with it. Not saying it couldn't rule it out, but maybe. I tried messaging the Diamond, but I didn't get anybody over there. Let's check this one other radar one last time. See if it's caught up yet. Hello, Patty. Now these are trying to form another line out here. We'll keep an eye on this as we move into the night over in central Illinois. Back here closer to home. Here's what we got going on now. There is that hail core moving towards Whiteland, New Whiteland, and Greenwood. That's a pretty good chunk. I'm surprised they've not storm warned that. Bargersville, you're next up. Might slide north of you. And here's what's coming through now here. So quiet and uneventful. We like that. I'm at the ball dining. They're in the dugout right now, waiting to see what happens. Ball diamond. Thank you, Patty. Thank you for the update. So they've not started the games yet, but they've not canceled them. Patty, you can tell them after this system moves through, we should be good to go for the rest of the evening. At least a couple, 3 hours, unless something drastic changes, unless these get turned on their head over here, but I can't see that. Let's check Central Illinois radar. Nothing to speak of. St. Louis, nothing. Fort Branch, nothing. And I call it Fort Branch because the little community right here by it is Fort Branch. I guess it's Owensville, actually. I call it Fort Branch is cooler. All right, close at home is this last little wave. Sprinkles its way through Martinsville. A little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, no big deal. If it was 10 o'clock at night, I'd say Martinsville, you go to bed. But it's only 6:15. You can go to bed. Heavy core pocket heading towards Bargersville. Hell pocket, I should say. Heading towards Bargersville. We have confirmation of that from Centerton and Wilbur Road earlier as this storm moved across the county. That's it, folks. All done. Hey, we need hold sponsors for our tournament. If you have a business or if you just want to personally sponsor a hole, message me. That's the only thing we're really short on right now. Excuse me. Everything else is covered. That's on the 25th. I'm looking forward to that. That ought to be a blast. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm glad it was uneventful. Every time I log off of one of these and nothing big happened in our area, I thank God, because I'm not a fan of storms. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. I'm heading towards the fairgrounds for a meeting over there. And if anything happens or any storms start developing over here in Illinois, I will gladly come back on later on this evening. These storms up here, they're all moving to the north and east away from us. So we're in good shape. Love you guys. Have a great night. Hopefully I won't see you later. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday. See you tomorrow.